What's up, y'all? We're back for another episode of The New Black, which, of course, is my honey hole where I muse, ramble, and reimagine the Black experience through the eyes of the millennial Black woman. And I am she, her, Christy Terrell. And we're back. I don't really be knowing what to say in that space, y'all, but I'm liking this setup. I'm actually liking the sofa seating. It's a little more comfortable, like as I'm fucking with this vibe. I kind of like this vibe, you know, I'm fucking with it. Um, but y'all know me, y'all probably switch environments again. Who knows? um, but yeah. So let's kick this thing off the same way we do on basically every episode, and that is with our looks libation of the night. And tonight we are having a little Nautilus. I'm gonna say Nautilus. Sauvignon Blanc. Of course, I already started. By the time I'm filming this, it's usually been a long day by then. So just pour up a little bit. Screw the cap back on. That almost knocked the wine over jail. But yeah, so all right, so let's toast to being kid free, because that's what this episode is about. So cheers. So, and this is not shade to the girls with children, because I'm happy for you. This is more so kind of a reflection on my own childless experience. Um, you date, you meet people, especially men, and they ask, well, why don't you have any kids? And I always think this is an interesting question. Um, especially in our current situation and climate of life. Why don't you have any kids? And having children is a personal decision for everyone involved in the process, even the kids. It affects everyone. I believe it truly takes a village. And honestly, I used to be one of those people who like, people have kids. That's like, that's your thing. Did nobody tell you to have them kids? But I think as I've gotten older and a lot of my good friends have had children, I'm a lot more empathetic to the situation because that shit is hard. And beyond just the complications of physically raising a child, I think another thing that we don't really address as Black women, and that's something for me that I've learned as a millennial Black woman, trying to figure this shit out, being raised in a family of women who were strong and they were great mothers. But for me, I realized that I don't think I could be the best mother I could be until I reach a place where I'm 100% comfortable with a sense of healing that I need to feel. I don't feel comfortable bringing children into the world, knowing that I haven't done the work to be the best parent for myself. Because we have to a lot of times learn to reparent ourselves in a way that we wish we could have been parented, even if we had great parents, even if we had good experience with our parents. You know, our parents are just human beings too. And as we get older, at least for me personally, it's helped me extend a lot of grace to my parents because you just don't know what you don't know. Like, you literally, I think about myself as a teenager who thought I knew fucking everything. And then a 20 something who is realizing, like, you don't really know nothing while still thinking you know a lot. And now I'm a 30 something and I'm like, bitch, you just scratching the surface. You are literally just scratching the surface. And for me to bring a child into this, like, that's wild chaotic. Like, that's just wild chaotic. Like, I cannot. And so I've done my best to take the measures to prevent myself from being pregnant. It's, of course, no method is 100% besides not having sex. And since that's not an option, it's not. That's absolutely not an option. I'm sure that's an option for some. It's not an option for me. You know, I do my best and I've done really well. No pregnancy scares, no terminations. You know, my womb is good. And I'm thankful for that. But it's a deeply personal experience. And as I'm watching people around me become mothers, and they always say, you'll never be ready. But I never use that as an excuse to not be as ready as I can fucking possibly be. And I don't mean reading parenting books or trying to figure out the best preschools. I don't mean that kind of stuff. I mean the work that I need to do in my mind so that I'm not projecting all my shit in my things that I haven't healed or fixed, or, you know, I don't want to be projecting that onto my child. So for me, it's just not the time. And honestly, I don't know that it'll ever be the time. I'm not 100% sure about that. But when the time is here, it'll be here. And that's just the way I see it. But I'm going to always keep doing the work on me. I refuse. Like, I swear to you, the literal evolution that I've had for myself is like every year almost, and even sometimes every 6 months. You just start to every 3 months. It's just the time gets shorter and shorter of the type of person you adjust and shift to be. And I just can't bring no kids along for that. Like, I know that I'm gonna continue to evolve as a mother and as a person, as a wife, as whoever I'm gonna be. But I think as a person, you need to get closer. You need to get as close to the healed version of yourself as possible so that you can really parent effectively. That's what I think. Because I know that I'll never stop evolving and growing. But I know that the more that I do it every single day, I feel closer and closer to a more complete version of myself. Like it feels better and better. Like I can remember myself at 24 or 25, and even though I felt good and I felt confident, I don't know that I really was in this space now, especially if we talking about managing the life of another person. Like being completely in control of the management of another person's life, while also simultaneously realizing that you can't control this person. This person is going to be whoever they are going to be. They're God's child. And you have to be there to manage them on the journey. Try not to fuck it up. Keep your own shit out of their shit, while also making sure they don't die. Like you have to make sure this person does not die on top of that, to the best of your ability. At least not in your own hands or at your hands. You have to make sure these things don't happen. That's a lot of motherfucking pressure, y'all. And then I'm just not prepared right now. I feel like I'm growing closer and closer to prepared. And like they say, you'll never fully be prepared. But me and God, we in conversation. Baby, we have got to get to a level of understanding with the word prepared. So, as I'm getting older, like I've never had a thing about my biological clock ticking. I never felt that. And as I'm getting older, I really still don't. But it's crazy to think that somebody thought that I should probably be a mother by now. I think that's crazy to think that I should be a mother by now, because I don't know that I feel that way. I also don't feel the pressure to be like, oh yeah, I started early, I'm getting it out the way. No, no. I would much rather spend my later years as a mother than these years right now, because it's just like now I want to travel and see the world now. I don't want to be old and retired doing all that. But at the same time, I think I would rather be an older mother, because I got a lot less distractions right now. I can really focus on you, little baby. I can focus on you now. And so I think it's gonna be fine. Like I don't feel any pressure. A lot of my other friends don't have kids or they're just starting. So it's like if I have a baby in the next year or so, it'll be like, okay. So we all got a baby. Like we just all take the baby everywhere we fucking go. Like we just gonna be the baby brigade now. I see it like that. Like I don't think it's a bad thing. Like we just gonna be geriatric. we just we're just gonna be the geriatric mom crew. Like it is what it is. We just gonna be the old bitches with babies. Like if that's what our destiny is, it's what our destiny is. I'm just not stressing about it. But I don't regret being childless at this age. I don't. And I think it'll still be an opportunity for me to do that if I'm going to do it. So I don't put any pressure on myself. And I don't want anybody at this age who's in their 30s and still figuring it out, still need to find a man to that you feel is worthy of procreating with, because that is also important. Like beyond making sure you're working on your shit, you need to also legit find a man who has done a little bit of work himself, or in some cases a lot of work himself to be a good match and partner for you. Like, that's important to me as well. And while I don't feel I've met the partner that I'm like, oh yeah, we could definitely have a baby. While I have not found the person that I feel like I would like to start a family with, I do feel like I make and have made better choices about choosing to only have sex with men who I strongly believe would be good fathers. So of course that severely limits your choices, but it's a much safer bet. Because if something happens, because you never know, again, abstinence is only the only foolproof method to prevent pregnancy. But and my mama used to tell me this way in my early 20s, don't have sex with men who you don't think will be good fathers. And that's no judgment to anyone, because a lot of these men be tricking folks into thinking they could be good fathers, but you just never know. But so I try to listen deeply to my intuition, because that's very important to me. I listen deeply to my intuition and make those decisions. Of course, it's not foolproof, y'all. We all got some bad choices sprinkled in there, okay? It's not foolproof whatsoever. But even I can say some of the bad choices, once I realized they were bad choices, out of there. Not even attracted to you anymore. Can't even do it. It's a wrap. So yeah, it's an interesting dynamic. But it is something that I've been thinking about a little bit more lately. And it's not weighing on me heavy. But I know that for some of my girls in this age, it could be weighing on you kind of heavy. And I don't want anybody manifesting or talking themselves into a life that they absolutely do not want. And I say this too because a lot of times we have to wait on the right timing. And I believe it strongly, like, on God's timing, sometimes it's just nothing we could do about that. When you asking, or even if you a manifester, or the universe, whoever you talk to, God, the universe, spirit, all the same to me, baby. And when we're communicating and asking or praying or calling something to us, we have to let go of the concept of when it's not coming in the timing we want, or the package we want, or the way we want, or the when, or whatever. We have to let go of that idea of tricking ourselves into thinking we could do something else, or we want something else, and then speaking that over our lives, because God will give you exactly what you ask for, but it's on you to deal with the blowback of whatever the result of that is. Because when you wait on the timing that it's supposed to happen in, you don't know when that's gonna be. You don't know how long it's gonna take, but it's gonna be exactly what you wanted, the real desire of your heart. But yet you in turn had to settle for what God gave you because you didn't want to wait. So I say that to say just be patient. Don't give up on getting what it is that you really desire. Because I'm not giving up. So, and that's why being childless over 30 feels like exactly where I'm supposed to be. And if you're like me, then it's probably exactly where you're supposed to be too right now. And when it's time for you to be blessed with the life that you desire and deserve, and you're praying for, and you're asking for, and you're calling for, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. You just got to wait. So, you want your little bundle and beautiful baby, it's coming, sis. It's coming. Just hold on. It's coming. So, the word for tonight is going to be patience. Just have a little patience, because I think it's better to wait it out and get exactly what you wanted, like your dream, than to rush it and work through some of the consequences. It's like taking the long road and it turning out to being what you want versus taking the shortcut and you having to pick up the pieces later. So I say be patient. So if that resonated with you, please share this with a friend. Let them know to come on over and join us as we discuss our 30 plus millennial Black woman experiences and, just talk it out. Wherever you're listening to this, please comment, subscribe, let me know how I'm doing. Leave hearts if that's a thing. I don't really know, y'all. But if you are watching over on the YouTube, please give this a thumbs up, subscribe so you can know when more of these podcast episodes go live. And come on back and see me. So until next time, bye.